Right now, there are luxury homes sitting on the market in Calgary that should have sold in a week. They're beautiful properties, perfect location, they're priced appropriately, and they're just not moving. And the sellers have no idea why, because nobody told them what selling a high-end property actually requires. And we're about to fix that because we took a multi-million dollar property in Springbank, spent over a year preparing it before it ever hit the market, and we sold it in 5 days at full price. And in this video, we're walking you through the exact playbook step by step. And if you own a luxury home in Calgary, you'll want to watch every second of this.
Now, before we get into this, if you want to know any of our strategies for selling and buying in the Alberta market, make sure you hit subscribe. We break down the real estate in this province and around the Calgary area every single week like nobody else does. So hit subscribe, like this video, and we'd love to keep bringing you value.
Now, here's how this almost went completely sideways before we ever even touched this file.
These clients had a builder finishing their new home in a different area. And that builder, like a lot of builders do, offer them a referral to a licensed agent in the builder's network to handle the sale without charging them any listing commission. Now, on the surface, it sounds convenient. Run a relationship, potentially saving on a lot of fees. But here's a part that almost costs them a massive amount of money on one of their biggest assets they'll ever sell in their life.
A luxury property is not a listing, it is an asset. And there's a version of this where they hand it to someone who sticks a sign in the ground and prays. That is not a strategy, that's a coin flip with a multi-million dollar property. We sat down with these clients, very smart people, high net worth, they asked the right questions, and we laid out exactly what representing a property at this level actually looks like. It's not a listing presentation, this is a business plan.
Before we touched a single staging piece, before we wrote one word of marketing, we brought in an inspector to this home. A full pre-inspection, checking every gap, every deferred maintenance item, every potential leverage point a buyer could use to renegotiate on this home or walk away.
And here's why this matters so much at the luxury level. When a buyer's inspector finds something on a $2 million home, they don't ask for a $500 credit. They come back with $200,000 lower, or they just walk entirely. We dealt with everything up front, so our seller sat in a position of complete control when it was time to negotiate. Zero surprises, zero leverage for the other side.
A luxury home with serious square footage has rooms where the buyers walk in and feel like a guest at someone else's house. They can't picture their family or their situation there. That disconnect, even when it's completely subconscious, ends deals before they even start.
So we brought in our designer, multiple consults. We didn't just stage rooms. We built a story around this property. Who lives in this house? How do they live? What is their life going to look like here? Because when a luxury buyer walks through, the decision is made emotionally before it's ever made logically. If they feel it walking through the front door, they're already well on their way to falling in love with the property. And if they don't feel it, no price is going to fix that.
Now, I want to touch on staging further because a lot of agents are going to come to your house and they're going to tell you they're going to stage or bring a stager in. It's not just about how you're staging the furniture. We're looking at art. We're looking at the walls. Do things need to be repainted? Do your baseboards need to be touched up? Do floors need to be refinished? It's all the little details that come with that staging consult that'll actually help you succeed in selling a home. So it's not just furniture. We're looking at the full package so that buyer really gets that. Next up, when the home's ready, is how you're going to launch it to the online world. So you have full paid ad strategies on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, a cinematic launch video to introduce the property to the market. A lot of agents do that. But here's what separates a real luxury marketing plan from what 95% of agents put together for the online strategy.
We build a 6-month content calendar, not a week of posts and hope for the best. 6 months, property content, lifestyle content, area content, all of it mapped out, all of it running consistently. Because a $2 million plus property doesn't always sell in week 1, and often it doesn't, unless you work with us. And if your marketing dies after day 7, you've already burned your best window.
You can't treat your luxury listing like a sprint. It is a marathon. We commit to keeping those properties in front of the right buyers for as long as it takes to get them sold. And that's the difference between a marketing plan and a marketing strategy.
When you have a significant listing, you don't wait for the market to discover it. You need to activate every relationship you have. Every agent on your team, every agent in your ecosystem, they all knew about this property before it ever went public. The right buyer is sometimes one conversation away, and you need an entire network having those conversations for you. That is what luxury representation looks like.
It's the compounding value of having a team behind your listing, not just one agent at their desk. When BRIX takes on luxury properties, the whole machine moves, and the internal leverage is something a solo agent simply cannot replicate. You have to remember too, on this home specifically, we launched a video ahead of time, and the buyer who bought the property had already seen the video before they ever toured the property. They were excited to see the property on day one, and they bought it right away. This is the piece that separates agents who consistently sell luxury properties at full price from everyone else, and it has nothing to do with the MLS.
Let's give you an example. You price out the land and the cost to build the same house. You might land at $3 million. The property's listed at $2 million. So how do you justify the price? How do you defend it when a buyer pushes back? How do you make $2 million feel like the obvious move?
Luxury buyers are not spreadsheet buyers. They're not comparing price per square foot. They're buying a feeling, a lifestyle, or a version of their life that you can only access through this specific property. Your entire job as a listing agent here is to understand exactly what the emotional pull is of that property and engineer every touch point around it.
The listing description, the photos, the staging, the marketing copy, all of it has one job. Make the right buyer feel like this property was built for them. When you nail that, the price naturally defends itself. And that's exactly what happened when we went live on this one.
So here's what happened on day 5 on the market for this Springbank property.
Full price, done, no conditions, not $1 under asking price. And the sellers weren't shocked because they had watched every piece of this plan execute exactly the way we laid it out from day one. This is what a luxury property sale looks like when you treat it like the asset it actually is. Over a year of preparation, 5 days on market, full price, no conditions. That's the standard we hold ourselves to.
If you own a luxury property in Calgary, whether you're selling this year, next year, or you're 2 years out, we want to talk to you right now. Not when you're ready to list, now.
The clients in this story gave us over a year. That's why the result looked the way it did. Properties at this level require time, strategy, and a team that has actually done this before at volume. If you wait until you feel ready to go, you've already left money on the table. The prep is the sale.
If anything in this video has spoken to you, if you're looking to list a luxury property in the next 2 years, you can find our contact info below or click the link on our YouTube page to book a call. No pitch, just a real conversation about what your property is actually worth and what a proper exit strategy looks like for you.
This is what we do every single day and we get results. So make sure you hit subscribe. We put out new content every single week and we'll see you on the next one.